Welcome to the SPD podcast from SpeakPowerDaily. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to SpeakPowerDaily. I'm Ethan, your host, and today we're diving deep into daily routines. Charlotte, glad you could join us. To start, why do you think daily routines are such a hot topic in productivity research these days?
Thanks, Ethan. The interest really stems from mounting evidence that structured routines can boost mental health and efficiency. For example, a study from the University of Nottingham found that people with consistent routines reported 25% higher life satisfaction. But there's more to unpack here.
Absolutely. And as we move forward, we'll explore not just the benefits, but also the science behind habit formation. Let's set the stage by clarifying what exactly constitutes a daily routine.
Great point. In simple terms, a daily routine is a set of activities you perform regularly, often at the same time each day. This can range from your morning coffee ritual to your evening wind down. The key is repetition over time.
So, Charlotte, when we talk about routines, what are the core elements people should consider including regardless of their lifestyle?
At the core, routines commonly involve sleep schedules, nutrition, exercise, and some form of planning or reflection. For instance, the American Psychological Association suggests that even a simple morning review of your goals can increase achievement rates by 18%.
That's a tangible impact. Now, some listeners might wonder, do routines have to be rigid, or can they evolve over time?
Routines are most effective when they're adaptable. Think of them as scaffolding. You can adjust them as your priorities shift. Flexibility is crucial, especially during life transitions, like starting a new job or moving cities.
Let's zoom in on mornings. Charlotte, what do you believe makes an effective morning routine, and why is that first hour so influential?
The first hour is like a launchpad for your brain. Neuroscientists highlight that cortisol peaks within 30 minutes of waking, so activities like light exercise or journaling can leverage this natural alertness. Even something as simple as making your bed primes you for accomplishment.
Interesting. Some people swear by meditation or cold showers. Are these universally beneficial, or does effectiveness depend on individual preference?
It's quite individual. While meditation can lower stress hormones for most, a 2021 survey showed only 42% of respondents felt energized by cold showers. The best routines align with your unique chronotype and mental needs.
Building on that, let's discuss how routines become habits. What's happening in our brains when we repeat actions daily?
Repeated actions create neural pathways, effectively wiring the brain for automatic behavior. According to MIT's habit loop model, habits form through cue, routine, and reward cycles. The basal ganglia plays a key role in making these behaviors second nature.
So, if someone wants to integrate a new habit, like daily reading, how long should they expect it to take before it feels automatic?
On average, it takes about 66 days for a new habit to become ingrained, according to a 2009 study in the European Journal of Social Psychology. Consistency is more important than perfection. Missing a day won't break the cycle, but giving up for a week might.
Now, let's flip to the evening. How do nightly routines impact our sleep quality and overall health, Charlotte?
Evening routines are vital for signaling to your body that it's time to wind down. Simple practices like dimming lights or reading a physical book can trigger melatonin production. The CDC notes that adults with consistent pre-sleep routines report 30% fewer sleep disturbances.
Are there common pitfalls you see when people try to optimize their evenings?
Absolutely, screen time is the major culprit. Exposure to blue light suppresses melatonin, delaying sleep onset. Switching to analog activities like journaling is a more sleep-friendly choice.
We often hear about routines supporting mental health. Can you explain how daily structure can reduce stress and anxiety?
Routine provides predictability, which reduces cognitive load. The National Institute of Mental Health found that people with regular daily activities had 21% lower cortisol levels. It's like autopilot for the brain, freeing up energy for creative thinking.
That's fascinating. But for someone with a chaotic schedule, what's a realistic first step towards building a routine for better mental health?
Start small. Maybe anchor your day with a 5-minute mindfulness session. Success breeds success, so small wins make it easier to add more structure over time.
Let's talk technology. What role do digital tools and apps play in helping people establish and maintain routines today?
Apps like Habitica and Streaks gamify routine building, turning tasks into rewarding challenges. A 2022 Pew survey showed users of habit tracking apps were 40% more likely to stick with new behaviors for 6 months or more. These tools provide reminders, analytics, and social support.
However, could over-reliance on apps make routines feel less organic or even stressful?
That's a valid concern. Digital overload can backfire if notifications become overwhelming. It's best to use tech as a scaffold, not a crutch. Personal reflection remains essential.
Routines aren't one size fits all. How do cultural backgrounds influence daily routines across the globe, Charlotte?
Different cultures prioritize different rituals. For example, Spain's midday siesta reflects a cultural value on rest, while Japan's asa gohan breakfast routine emphasizes community. The World Health Organization links culturally aligned routines to better social cohesion and well-being.
That's intriguing. How can someone incorporate positive practices from other cultures into their own routine without feeling inauthentic?
Start by experimenting. Maybe try hege evenings from Denmark, focusing on coziness, or Italy's leisurely family dinners. The key is to adapt, not adopt wholesale blend what feels genuine to you.
Switching gears, let's address the challenge of breaking bad habits. What strategies do you recommend for listeners struggling with setbacks in their routines?
One effective method is habit stacking, replacing a negative habit with a positive one that's already established. For example, if you tend to snack late at night, pair your new reading habit with a cup of herbal tea instead. Research from Duke University shows this can double success rates.
But what about the inevitable setbacks? How should people handle the guilt or frustration that comes with slipping up?
Self-compassion is crucial. Instead of all-or-nothing thinking, treat setbacks as data, not failure. Behavioral scientists emphasize that reflecting on what triggered a lapse can help tweak your environment for better results next time.
Finally, Charlotte, routines must evolve as we do. How should people adapt their daily routines during major life changes like parenthood, retirement, or starting college?
Life stages bring shifting priorities and energy levels. For new parents, micro-routine short bursts of self-care can be more realistic than hour-long rituals. Retirees might benefit from volunteering or learning new skills to maintain a sense of purpose.
That's insightful. Can you share a hypothetical example to illustrate how someone might redesign their routine after a big transition?
Sure. Imagine a recent college grad entering the workforce. They might swap late-night study sessions for early morning exercise and schedule weekly check-ins with friends to maintain social balance. The goal is to align routines with new goals and responsibilities.
We've covered a lot today, from the neuroscience of habit building to cultural influences on routines. Charlotte, as we wrap up, what's your top piece of advice for listeners designing their own daily routines?
Start with intention. Identify what energizes and grounds you, then build your routine around those anchor activities. Remember, the most effective routines aren't the most complicated, they're the ones you can sustain.
Absolutely. And for everyone tuning in, remember, your routine is a personal blueprint, not a one-size-fits-all formula. Thank you so much, Charlotte, for sharing your insights today on Speak Power Daily.
Thank you, Ethan. It was a pleasure. Here's to everyone finding a routine that empowers their daily life.